In this chapter, we'll examine the personal experience of prejudice and discrimination. It'll serve as a framework for much of the semester's remaining work, which looks in more detail at inequalities that exist in a variety of institutional areas of human life, including the economy and work and health and illness. The fact of our social world is that the distribution of basic human resources is not equal among all. Minority status is a powerful identifier, and once one has the label of the despised minority, others continue to suffer definite social consequences. The disadvantages some groups must cope with exist on several levels, ranging from the very personal level of individual perceptions, feelings, and face-to-face interactions to their contacts with the long-standing institutional structure of society itself. We'll be discussing a framework of concepts that will help you understand these social disadvantages. Stereotypes are based on an oversimplified view of the world. They're based on broad, sweeping generalizations about certain groups of people and are applied usually without any personal understanding of the individual who the stereotype is being applied. Now, to some extent, generalizations allows us to filter information quickly, and they're useful to some extent if they accurately assist in our understanding of the social environment. However, generalizations can also be misleading. Assuming that all generalized beliefs in the area of stereotypes are correct can have the detrimental effect of allowing people to believe that some groups have a certain trait, behavior, or attitude. So although there may be a kernel of truth to stereotypes, they are never completely accurate. Casual observations easily refute the accuracy of even the most common stereotypes. As Newman gives an example early in the chapter, not all African Americans are poor and on welfare. Not all Italians belong to the mafia. Not all Asians excel in mathematics. Not all Muslims are terrorists. Not all men are emotionally inaccessible. Not all homosexuals like Broadway musicals. Not all wealthy people exploit those who are less advantaged. And overgeneralizations such as these can never be true for every member of the group. Remember, we talked earlier this semester about mutually exclusive dichotomies. We like to categorize things, and it's easier to think in terms of this or that, so we like categories to be distinct and mutually exclusive and polar opposites. Good or bad, strong or weak, stereotypes are similar to those mutually exclusive dichotomies in that they allow us to sort information quickly. We don't have to think and ponder or investigate much. Instead, we can process information fast in a complex environment. The basic issue here is that the human mind cannot sort too much information too fast. The most we can think about at once is represented in a 4x4 table with 2 variables on each axis and 4 choices. So the mind, appreciating having to make as little effort as possible, really gravitates to a this or that kind of choice and does not want to filter more information than is necessary before determining the reality of the situation at hand.